Day, Bashar.
And you good day.
I live in New York City,
Oh, all right.
and I have a lot of love for this city.
Yes.
I see a lot of beautiful interactions between people of all walks of life.
Yes.
I also see some very negative behavior,
Of course.
some very negative interactions.
Of course. Because you have overlapping realities. You're going to see realities that you don't prefer. You're going to see realities that you do prefer. You are a world that is a melting pot, an overlapping of many different kinds of choices. That's what Earth is all about.
I was hoping you could provide me with some more tools, tricks, permission slips. I find myself running through some like negative thoughts
Why?
in my head as I perceive some negative behavior.
Oh, all right. Then do you understand that you're adding to that negativity? Is that what you prefer to do?
It is not.
Well, then why do you add to it?
That is what I would like some help in that regard.
All right. Well, do you understand that that is not necessarily your reality just because you can see it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Not 100%.
No, thank you for being honest.
I'm under the impression that if,
Yes.
and I know you shared this yesterday, which actually shed some more light on it, and I haven't had the time to really process it, but as we grow further into the light, we see more of the darkness.
Of course. As you expand your consciousness, you're going to be more aware of darkness and light. It doesn't mean it has to affect you or you have to choose it. You just become more aware that it's there as a choice because you become more aware of everything within all that is, which has a trinity in it: light, dark, and the balance point in the center. Therefore, becoming more aware of it doesn't mean you have to react to it. It's just an observation. And if you really want to help, being in a positive state is what gives someone behaving negatively at least an opportunity or an option to change their energy. But if you're also reacting negatively to it, you're only reinforcing something they're already doing. Why would you prefer to do that?
I do not prefer to do that.
Then do you also remember what we said about the idea that you can give someone an option? You can share an idea that you believe might give them an opportunity to change into something more positive. But do you also remember that we said that whatever it is they do with what you share with them is none of your business?
I do recall.
All right.
Thank you.
Then why are you making it your business? Why are you choosing something you say you don't prefer to do as an energy state? There must be a reason. You never do anything, you never choose anything that you don't believe serves you in some way. So you have to find out what that belief is that says that doing what you don't prefer to do is actually what you prefer to do. You have to find out why it would seem to make sense to do that, because that's the only reason you would choose to match a negative vibration when you experience a negative vibration or observe one. It must make sense, it must seem to make sense for you to choose to do that. You have to find the belief that makes that seem to make sense, because you know that if you really understood what that belief was saying, it wouldn't make sense at all. But you have to bring that belief into the light of your consciousness to know what it's saying so you can see that it makes no sense. And once you see that it makes no sense, it's gone. But as long as you keep choosing to do that, you have a belief that is making it make sense to do something you don't prefer. Because more often than not, that belief is saying, if you stop doing this, if you let me go, as a negative belief, something worse will happen. So it's trying to scare you into not letting the negative belief go, letting you think and believe that it's safer to hold on to the negative belief you have rather than experiencing something even worse if you were to change. You have to see through these things as simply the way that negative beliefs choose to reinforce themselves. They don't have a choice about it in that sense. It's just the way they're designed. They have to perpetuate themselves somehow by making you believe that those choices are real, are factual, instead of just nothing more than a perspective, which is all they really are. Is any of this helping?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So, if you were to investigate yourself and see that there is a belief within you that is saying that when you observe something you don't prefer, when you observe somebody doing something negative, that you must also go into a negative state, how does that make sense to you? What belief would you have to have for that to make sense? For you to think you're getting a benefit by doing that when you know you're not? What would the belief have to be? Let's use your imagination.
That I am somehow responsible for that negative behavior, or
How could that be?
Or it's a reflection of my negative behavior.
All right. You can always look at anything and you can always take a moment to say, all right, is this reflecting something to me that I need to understand? Something that I need to balance in my life? But you also get to decide, if you're honest with yourself, that it may not. Remember, just because things are reflections doesn't mean they're always a one-to-one reflection. It doesn't mean that what you're seeing someone else do is what you're doing. The reflection may simply be that you observe it so you can help them. That can be a reflection. That you're in their life to be of service, to help them maybe make a different choice. That's still a reflection. Don't take it absolutely literally in that, oh, what they're doing is what I am doing. No, that's not necessarily the case, although you can take a moment to decide if it is. But if you realize it's not, then you have to know that it's happening for a different reason. And it may be more their issue than yours. But you're still in their life and they're still being observed by you for some reason. But you need to figure out what that is to your benefit. Yes?
That makes a lot of sense.
Does that help you?
It does.
Will that do?
That will do. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Your mind is a garden. Your thoughts are the seeds. You can grow flowers, or you can grow weeds. Choose to cultivate the thoughts that lift you higher, even when the shadows try to pull you down.